He didn't make it 30 yards inside the brook. Oh my God. I've been sitting over there for 3.5 hours thinking I was gonna throw up. He barely made it out of sight. I made a terrible shot, and I'll admit it. But sometimes you get lucky, I guess. Let's go look at him. Oh my God. He didn't bleed a drop till he got right here. Well, welcome to November 15th here in Michigan. For those of you that don't know the significance of that date and the effect that this day has on our deer herd, it is the opening day of our firearm season. And me and Ryan are set up in a tree row in between two hay fields with a really, really nasty thicket on the back side of it here. And figuring that we're going to see some deer filtering in here when all the guns get banging on all the neighboring properties and all these deer have piled down into this thing. For us to be sitting here in orange with guns is more or less a Hail Mary play. Me and Ryan are both primarily bow hunters. I've never been really much of a gun hunter, but when it comes down to it, if you can't beat them, join them. It's been a tough bow season, and I don't plan on doing a whole lot of gun hunting this year. Pretty much going to sit here till noon, don't get it done by noon, pull out, and I pretty much leave any of my good places. I leave them alone during gun season, and I let all the pressure, the hunting pressure from surrounding pieces of property, I just let all those people just drive the deer into the places where I hunt, and I don't go in there. I leave them alone, let them have a safe place. But we're gonna sit down here on this edge. We're kind of on the edge of the property, so certainly not gonna bump anything or bother them too bad. But if they do filter in from other properties, we should be in a pretty good spot. So hopefully we'll see something here. We got a decoy out. Seems like the rut's been really late this year. We've actually seen a couple good bucks here the last couple days, just cruising. So hoping that decoy maybe can draw some interest from one of the bucks that's on this property, and if nothing else, we'll try to catch one that's escaping from a neighboring property. So. I'm on it. Ready? Looks like I hit good. Alright. Happened fast. Oh my gosh. The Montana Decoy worked. That thick stuff right there holds a lot of deer. And we don't ever go in there for any reason. And I knew if we sat back on this edge, we'd have the wind in our favor today. We got a southwest one, so it's going like this. And I knew at some point, I didn't know it was going to be this morning, but a buck was going to come out to that edge and check this field for does. And I put that Montana Decoy out there, sprayed her down really good with the Trinity spray from Scent Blocker, and sprayed her last night. Left her out in the yard so she aired out really good, and soaked it again this morning so I had no scent. And he come in, straight in at her pretty much. Turned loose slightly, quarter and two, and just put it right behind his shoulder. Squeezed it off. He was probably 115 yards. Looks like a pretty nice buck. So, yeah. I didn't hear the bullet smack, but he looked like he was low in the chest with his tail down as he went around here, and he headed right back into the thick stuff. I just saw the tips of his horns as he went in. So I've got a pretty good reference point. There's a dead tree right there. And I know he went in right there somewhere. I'm going to give him some time. Still fairly early. It's only like 9 o'clock. So we'll give him a little time. I sit here for at least a half hour, and then I'll walk up to that edge and see what the blood looks like. And go from there. Crawling out of our little makeshift ground blind setup here, and it's been about 3.5 hours since I shot that buck, and I thought the shot was good, but I was leaned way out when I shot, and apparently I pulled it because we watched the footage back about 1,000 times, and I hit him back. Looks like I hit him right in front of the ham and angled up in. So I mean, it's a dead deer. He took off. You can tell he's really hurt. So we gave him over 3 hours. We're gonna go up to where I saw him go in and see what kind of sign we have. I mean, I know if you hit a deer like that up into the ham, the deer's probably gonna die, and they should bleed a lot. These muzzleloader bullets, sometimes you don't get a ton of blood, so at least not right away. But he ran probably 100 yards in the field, so we expect if he's not bleeding right in the edge of the thick stuff, he should be, he should be bleeding. Hopefully not too far in. So it's late enough in the day. We're hopefully not gonna bump too many deer around. The other guys that do hunt out here are done for the afternoon for a couple hours. So I'm gonna slip up here, and I got my fingers crossed that there's good blood and that he didn't go that far. So let's go check it out. Tyler. Oh my God, he's right there. He didn't make it 30 yards inside the brook. Oh my God. I've been sitting over there for 3.5 hours thinking I was gonna throw up. He barely made it out of sight. I made a terrible shot, and I'll admit it. But sometimes you get lucky, I guess. Let's go look at him. Oh my God. He didn't bleed a drop until he got right here.
Pick that big stud up.
Oh, nice, heavy, hard man. He's stiff. He died quick. I'll tell you what, my shot wasn't quite as bad as I thought either. I thought I hit him way back here, but heck of a nice Michigan buck. Well, 2013 has been a rough year for me, and to finally get one on the ground is
is nice. That's honestly the first opportunity that I've had at a mature buck. I've hardly seen any. We started the season out west mule deer hunting, and it was just a really slow trip, but patience pays off. Keep hunting hard, keep hunting smart, and I'm happy with them. So that is the first deer I've ever killed on opening day of firearm season here in Michigan. And like I said first thing this morning, sitting on the ground with a muzzleloader was our pretty much a Hail Mary play. I'm not a gun hunter at the end of the day. I'm a bow hunter that elected to gun hunt for 6 hours this morning before wrapping it up to the late season. So, and it only took about 2 hours. So